What I'm going to do is going to give you an overview of the study that we conducted and our results, and then we're going to talk about the work that we still need to do. So a few years ago we spoke at this conference and we presented very, very early results. So I hope that some faces here actually were at that presentation and that we're giving you some new information based on what we said before. So we know that individuals with ASD will access incredibly significant supports across their lifespan, and that often these supports will fall within multiple service sectors. The responsibility for this kind of service coordination, however, typically falls to the family, and frustrations with encountered barriers in this navigation process have significant implications for the family's quality of life. Specifically, we can think about the way that the service system is actually designed in terms of things like funding allocation processes, how accessible services are, and how available guidance is to help families through this. We can think about how those kinds of things play very critical and central roles in how well families feel that they're able to adapt to having a child with ASD and perhaps more importantly, actually support their child with ASD. Research examining support characteristics indicates that the quality of family-professional relationships may be more relevant to quality of life than the actual quantity of received services. So for example, families who perceive professionals as respectful, supportive, and open to partnering, and who view their care as informative, coordinated, and comprehensive are more satisfied with their quality of life. In terms of families of children with ASD and their interactions with service systems, the research suggests that these families are more likely to have unmet healthcare, family support, and referral needs, and are actually less likely to receive coordinated care and are less satisfied with their child's care than are families of children with other kinds of health conditions. So we know that the needs for these families are very significant. So this is not news to any of you. This is what autism funding looks like in BC. But this is just to highlight the fact that we have these different models that are based on the age of the child. So this structure that we have in the province actually governed how we divided up our age groups and how we made comparisons, but you will see what that looks like. So to date, research has not examined families' perceptions of service access within the British Columbia system. However, research investigating other kinds of participant-directed models provides insight into how families may be perceiving this approach. So although placing decision-making directly in the hands of families does align with best practices of family-centered care, research findings indicate that families have mixed feelings. So where some struggle with the lack of structure and perceive this great breadth of choice as quite overwhelming and burdensome, others really appreciate the flexibility and see it as an opportunity to customize their service delivery. However, we're currently really in the dark as to how families in BC are perceiving this funding and service access system, and so we set out to examine this and shed light on families' experiences.